Good evening. The one of the spaces which is starved of competition is the aviation space in India. Practically, with Air India being in transition from government to a private player and not very active at this point of time, the market is basically a two race horse. That is between Spice Jet and Indigo. Spice Jet is having lot of cash flow problems and it has been ordered into bankruptcy by the Madras High Court, even though SpiceJet has appealed against it. But it is not able to pay lease rentals on its aircrafts and may not survive soon. So what is left is now Indigo. But whereas domestic consumption of flights has soared, nearly 10.5 million people flew in the month of November. This is a 64% increase over last year, but still 20 to 25% lower than where we were in the pre-COVID levels. During this phase, what has happened is SpiceJet has collapsed and Go Air, which also went public, is also not doing very well. They need to rework their entire strategy and Indigo also took losses. Though Indigo is not popular for its consumer service, every second flyer has been flown by Indigo. That means Indigo has a nearly 50% market share of the Indian aviation market. In this time, in the month of Christmas, because of Omicron scare, nearly 3,500 flights have been cancelled worldwide and throwing the entire market into disruption. Where people are not able to fly seamlessly from one country to another country with the fear of carrying the dreaded virus. Home quarantines are back from people who return abroad, and this Omnicron is threatening the global aviation market. Whether this global aviation market will struggle for the entire 2022 or Omnicron will be a one quarter blip for the nation is to be seen. In this time, but there are very interesting things happening in the Indian aviation sector. The Indian aviation sector is going to see three new players. One, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is the chief promoter of a company called Akasa. He is now ordered planes from Boeing or Airbus. Deliveries are expected in the second half of next year. Akasha, which recently launched its logo, will be flying from next year and will be a low cost airline. Jet Airways, which was acquired by a foreign consortium, is also expected to launch its services next year. Unfortunately, the consortium has not made the payments it was supposed to make on due date but has been postponing it and has been asking for time. Maybe there is a crunch in funds and Jet may not take off, or I might be wrong, and Jet takes off in some form or the other. Though I don't believe it to be stable because it requires great deep pockets to run an airline in industry, and I don't think the current promoters of Jet who have taken over it from insolvency have the wherewithal or the resources. The third player is going to be the house of Tatas, the people who first launched airlines in India. They are now set to get their crown jewel back, Air India, after winning the bid. Though it was supposed to be finished by 31st December, regulatory approvals are delaying it, and by the time they are handed over, will be 2022. What Air India will do under the new ownership is something to be watched. The biggest payload for the new Air India is the prestige that the Tata Group brings to it. It is an important business started by the erstwhile chairman J.R.D. Tata, and they have been desperately trying to start an airline for a long time. Money in recent times, where they given permission to invest and bring AirAsia into India and also start Vistara in collaboration with Singapore Airlines. By bagging Air India, they have added a third string to the bow. How they integrate all these services and form a cohesive unit is something that has to be seen. What is going to happen definitely is they are going to run everything from a premium service to a budget airlines with Air India Express and AirAsia set to merge and Air India and Vistara coordinating with each other to run a coordinated airline service. So Tatas have deep pockets. So it is very clear that two airlines will be very powerful. One will be Indigo, and will second one will be the combination of Air India, Vistara, and AirAsia. How will are the entry of Akasha with the deep pockets of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala affect this industry is something we have to see. They have now recruited the staff, and then they are now talking about running a low cost airline. This low cost airline will be very difficult to run because most of the costs are variable in this industry because you have to pay through foreign exchange. What is going to be cost is fuel has to be paid in forex because the cost of fuel varies with foreign exchange. Lease rentals for aircrafts have to pay in US dollars because the aircrafts are manufactured abroad and leased from abroad. The payments have to be made in hard currency, and whenever the rupee is under pressure, the lease rentals tend to go up. And also, if all these three airlines launch at the same time, there is going to be a big problem in terms of getting manpower, and so they will require expat manpower. This expatriate manpower is also going to cost a lot of money. With all these variable costs in US dollars, which keeps climbing, what is the source of revenue? The source of revenue for most airlines is only their ticket service. The ticket is a perishable commodity, very much like your fruits and vegetables, because once the plane takes off and flies empty, the seats are lost forever. This is a very challenging business. It will require ruthless efficiency to run. Let us see what happens. The space gets interesting. Demand is set to soar once the pandemic is over. Let us see how competition pans out. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written two books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. नमस्कार, मेरा नाम आनंद श्रीनिवासन है और मैं एक पर्सनल फाइनेंस कंसल्टेंट हूँ। मैं 2 YouTube चैनल चलाता हूँ पर्सनल फाइनेंस के बारे में। एक मनी पेज तमिल में है। मेरे बहुत से दोस्त बोले कि मैं हिंदी में एक चैनल शुरू करूं, तो मैंने एक पैसा बोलता है नाम का एक हिंदी चैनल शुरू किया है। मैं पर्सनल निवेश के बारे में ही बात करूंगा। आप उसको सब्सक्राइब करें, अपने दोस्तों को शेयर करें। अगर आप हिंदी नहीं जानते हैं तो पैसा करें। जो आपके दोस्त हिंदी जानते हैं उनको सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए आग्रह करें। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
For hot financial news reviews and economical updates, watch Be Rich. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.